Hello, welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and if this sign is your sun, moon, or rising, this is your reading. And I really want to thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You all matter so much to me. Thank you. And if this particular reading resonates with you, I would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel. Without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to my beautiful turtle with a new name. Ta-da! This is Woody. All right, and yes, he won the vote, and that is super cool. I am looking so forward to keeping Woody on the table with a fabulous name. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get busy. So Leo, let's go ahead and talk about October. October is going to have 5 weeks in it and 3 rows, so 5 columns, one for each week, and 3 rows where we are, what's blocking us, what our solution is, as per usual. We're doing the overview today, and of course we'll go in depth on the very first week of October, which is September 28th through the 4th. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and light a candle so we can get the good vibes rolling. Yeah, it's going to be important to have those good vibes going. There we go. This is a cool new candle I got. It's called a Sri Yantra, and it's a chakra candle, so obviously has all the colors of the chakras. Ta-da! Very fun, totally digging it. I hope that you like it too. Ta-da! All right, so a couple of messages from my better angels. My goodness, yeah, it's going to be very cool. So my better angels have everything all figured out. You know what I mean? And they're letting us know that this particular month, there's a couple of things going on that we need to be aware of. Number one, we need to take the higher ground when we're dealing with our people. Could be co-workers, could be neighbors, could be friends. Because they have like a little weird habit that makes us a little nuts. It's like the glass is cracked, you can't fix it. It makes you crazy. They do that thing they do, whether it's always putting a cup down on your special table that you really don't like rings on, and yet they do it all the time. They just can't not do it. You've told them 27 times not to do it, and they do it anyway. Or, you know, the answer to the situation is to find a way to, number one, say, number one, I can't fix, change, or alter that person. They're going to do what they want to do, and either they're in my life or they're not. And certainly with a neighbor, you're dealing with somebody who lives there. They live there. They're going to live there. So I can't fix, change, and alter that situation. What I have to do is learn how to cope with it, find a solution that works for me. When it comes to the ring on the table, you can put a little doily on that table or something that will protect the table and be decorative, right? And then you've solved your situation with that one small problem. Not maybe the best solution, but I can tell you that when it comes down to your neighbor who keeps walking his dog past your yard and he lets the dog poop and never picks it up, I can imagine that'd be a little bit of a pet peeve. Sure, I get it. No pun intended. But the truth remains that when you look at that guy and you go, huh, he's just not fixing it. Huh. So you can either let it become a huge resentment, or you could make a new choice. And in this way, I want you to look at it from a different perspective, maybe even make up a story for yourself. This is creative writing 101, right? We're going to do something creative to create a situation where you can accept the fact that they don't do that, and that it's okay. Maybe they're in a real bad way. Maybe they broke their back. Not to say we're asking for that by any stretch, not at all. But we're saying, this is a story, we're saying they can't bend over while they're standing. And that's why they never clean up after their dog. Okay, so they're suffering, right? We've made it into a situation where they're suffering. They're like, okay, well, since they're suffering, I can just clean up after the dog. And by doing so, we free ourselves from the anger, and it won't fester into something bigger and become a big problem between you and the neighbor because you just think of them as the person with a broken back. I know it sounds a little goofy, a little bit nuts, but at the same time it's kind of right. It's kind of proper, and it's really kind of neat because it's a simple solution that's all in your own head. And I do it all the time with people who drive behind me in traffic really, 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 really fast. And I'm like, oh, that's terrifying. I'll just move over. They apparently need to get to the restroom as soon as possible. Right? It's a good story. It works. I don't need to be mad about what they're doing. I just need to get out of their way because they need to get to the bathroom as soon as possible. So This is a way of changing my mind about things so that I don't end up getting angry and upset in different ways. And I think you can do it too, and it will help. Now, the other message from my better angels for us, Leo, is to take every little situation or project you have going on in the next month of a wonderful October and make certain it's something you can start and finish, quick and dirty, right? A beginning and an ending rather quickly, not dragging things out over months, but to make sure that they're small projects that are manageable. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and it's all within about 5 days. Okay, we don't want to have anything situated because you may get pulled away to something else, and then you've got this whole thing blown out of the way, and it's bad because they have like, oh, but the wedding. We have a wedding coming up, and if you don't finish, well, then it's a big problem, and the place looks like terrible. And you're like, oh dear. So we don't want that. So if you make sure you do each project individually as a small individual situation, you're like, okay, I did this project. Even if it's like laying out a long sidewalk. Okay, so you do it in different sections. There's a section here. I can do this one section today. Okay, I'll come back in a week and do this next section. And then we'll let that firm up. Because if you get called away before you get back, this other section that needs to get done, at least it's got something. It may not be great, but it's not nothing, right? And you don't have all your tools everywhere, and everything isn't a mess, and they can go ahead and do what they got to do, even if you get called away on something else. So, see, it's important to keep it concise and capsulized. So, good job. All right, Leo. So, you need a guiding card for the month. Let's look at the cards. I have a new deck for us, as I like to do. We are using the Embroidered Forest Tarot. These are all photos of embroidered images, which are super cool, representing all the cards for the tarot. Yay! So, and forest oriented, so you can think about that too. All of them are pre-programmed for you, Leo. So what do you need for October? What is your card? It's right in here. All right, here's your card. Go ahead and set these aside. All right. You got the 7 of Cups. Ooh, 7 of Cups. Choices and options. Yeah, looks like you're going to have choices and options, Leo. Ain't no doubt about it. You got lots of opportunities and lots of possibilities. You got to figure out which ones of those are going toward your dreams and goals. And anything else that doesn't go toward your dreams and goals, you can just let go. Because you get confused with so many different options sometimes. And it's okay to release anything that's getting in the way of you moving forward. So if it doesn't go toward your dreams and goals, get rid of it. Now, what's left is all going toward your dreams and goals. Now, figure out which ones are more timely, right? Which one is more important in the moment, right? Work with that and see how it goes. If it doesn't expiring right away, keep it in your back pocket for later, okay? Cool. So I'm going to let this card sit over here. That's very nice. And we're going to do a drawing for a mystery card for you. We're using the Mythic Tarot. We've used it before, and it's back. Haha. And we are going to use this one for our mystery card for each of the wonderful weeks that we're going to be reading for. All right. So now we're going to set these guys aside. And yeah, I'm going to set this one aside right there. Bam! Just like that. The Tempest deck is going to be for the overview. So very cool. Let's go ahead and lay out the 5 columns of cards. Got 1. So yeah, the month of October is going to be kind of busy. There's lots of things happening. But for sure, it's important to stay clear about what we're doing and where we're going and how we're getting there. That's going to be important. This first row is going to be what's blocking, where you are for each of these weeks. The second row is what's blocking you. And the third row is, of course, your solution. So let me set these cards aside. And now what we have here is a full overview We're going to go ahead and go through each week individually, and then we'll come back to the very first week and go in depth. All right? So we're talking about September 28th through October 4th. We have the Star card. You are completing projects and getting things down to a place where things are running pretty smoothly, okay? If you've done a lot of hard work to build up your business to a place where you don't have to work as hard, well, congratulations, it's working. You have made things easier for yourself. You've done all that hard work. It's done. Huzzah, right? The next card down is what's blocking you. Oh dear. Your judgment is off this week. Please be aware that you are making poor decisions if you are left to your own. So do run things past another person before you make any major decisions, all right? Just ask for advice from someone else that you trust. It's good. It'll help. And when that takes place, that's very good news because you've actually made a good bit of money in the situation. You are having a good time with your money. This is wonderful news. And I love that for you. You're in a position right now to genuinely commit. I mean, yeah, there's good money happening for you. You're feeling financially comfortable, which is a nice twist from what has been in the past. All right? Good for you. Next week over, the 5th through the 11th, we're talking about the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is here all about creating a good foundation of ideas, right? We're sharing your ideas. You're having a really nice bounce back and forth with somebody else who's like you're having a mind meld with them, and that's really good. So I really like that for you. You're having a lot of support mentally at this time, and that is important right now. I love that. That is great. What's blocking you? There will be the King of Pentacles, a male energy person who's very much about the money, who's going to be a little peeved about something. So you may have a disgruntled client, or it might be a boss or somebody like that who is in an authority on money who's going to have a beef to pick with you, okay? So be aware that they're there and causing some issues. Don't let it stop you from doing what you need to do because, I mean, you're having a mind meld with somebody, but it ain't this guy, all right? Do what you can to win him over, and it'll help a lot. Because what happens here is you end up in charge, okay? Ten of Swords is all about you being given more responsibility, being put in the big seat, so to speak. You will be in charge of a situation. And I'm going to tell you that if you're in charge of a situation where you're in control of what's happening, you want to have this guy in your back pocket. So if you can win him over in some way, I know he's blocked currently, but you need to explain to him what's going on, okay? And then if you can win him over some way, that will help you because when he's in your box, you're an unstoppable team, which is cool. All right, the next week over, we're going to talk about the 12th through the 18th. You have the new information coming to you about ways and means to make more money. Super cool. You're going to get like, hey, here's a new way. Here's a new opportunity. Ta-da-ta-da. And you're like, oh, yeah, cool, 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 cool. You will not be able to let anything go at this time. You are sort of kind of in a niche or in a situation, and you're like, well, in order for me to go and do this, I would like to do this, this, and this, and you might want to let something go. Like, I'd really like to stop doing that other thing for a while, but it's not time, and you can't, okay? So maybe it's an opportunity for you to take a deep breath and hire some employees. That's an option. But for now, you're not in a position to let it go, okay? Now, the solution for this week is to the Five of Cups, remembering lessons from past relationships, past experiences, especially when you were the employee or when you were the person in a situation. You want to see it from another person's point of view so that you don't make the same mistakes that other people did with you, right? So maybe you worked for somebody and it didn't go well or it didn't go quite right, but you learned a lot in the moment. So you need to remember those lessons in relationships. It could be personal relationships too that are causing some issues at this time. So pay attention to what that means and know that you're working through it, okay? You want to those lessons should not be repeated, okay? okay? That's the whole goal, is not to repeat the same mistakes over and over again in relationships. All right, the 19th through the 25th, we have the Page of Cups. New information about something you care about will be coming up for you, and that is very, very cool. I love that for you. It's going to be very handy and helpful. It could be to do with some of your relationships. It could be to do with some other stuff. We had the Seven of Cups, so it might be about one of those Sevens of Cups. New information, fabulous. It will deepen your understanding and knowledge of what you're dealing with and give you backstory, okay? This card here is talking about what's blocking you. It's the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is all about how, and it's blocking, of course. So the Five of Pentacles blocking you means that you're not going to be able to get good advice about how to handle your finances right now. You're just going to kind of want to sit still and handle things as it comes, okay? And do know that your solution is that you will have enough money to take care of whatever you need to, plus more. But yeah, wouldn't it be nice if you had a better understanding of what to do? So it's good. I'm glad to see that you're handling things and everything is good here, and that's awesome. Well done. Now, the final week of October is October 26th through November 1st. It's been a hell of a month for you, and you need a timeout. You need a break. This is a Hermit card telling me that you need a little moment. You want to take a break. You want to be on your own for a minute, and that is okay. It means that being antisocial is going to be something you choose, all right? And it's okay to choose antisocial, especially if you're one of those who wants to turn the lights out on Halloween. Perfect. Do it. Do what you need to do and take care of yourself, all right? The Knight of Wands is blocked, so fighting for your ideas at this time is blocked. Huh. So, you're going to want to take a time out. You're not going to be able to fight for it. Other people won't be hearing you anyway. Sorry. But there is the gift of finance in the mix, so there might be found money. There might be a bill that comes back to you because you overpaid it. There's other situations happening here that could turn into something really good for you financially. So you might also be getting a raise or a new job or a new influx of cash, okay? So it's going to be interesting to see what kind of benefit this turns into and how it evolves, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and save these cards as I always do. I'm going to save them up here this time, which is totally different than my usual. And that's okay. I just don't want them under my elbow where I will mess with them a lot. The blouse is blousy. So there you go. So we'll set these all up here. And now we have the 3 cards from the first week. Tum tum tum. All right. Now we're going to use the Tarot of the Abyss to expand on this reading and go a little deeper. See if we can get more information. All right. So, Leo, we were talking about how you had completed a big project of creating something big, and now you're able to just hit the on switch and it will just run on its own, which is super cool, and I love that for you. It doesn't mean you can stop watching it. It just means you are in a position of having it be working on its own. And the Five of Swords, there is something you may have delegated to somebody who you need to take it back from now because they're not handling it very well. So now that this is running on its own, you can take back this thing from somebody else that, I mean, they're just not handling it. Sorry. It's looking bad, okay? But of course, remember that once you get it back, don't get so hung up that you're like trying to go all the way back to the very beginning and fix every little thing that happened. It's not about that. It's about making sure that it's good now, okay? You may, I mean, if you have to go all the way back to fix things and make it right, because maybe some things got lost in translation, be aware and just get the immediate stuff done immediately, but then go back little at a time. You don't have to do it all at once, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to do it all at once. Don't get hung up on it so badly that you're freaking out or anything, because you can do the backstory in stages and it won't hurt, okay? Cool. What's blocking you this week? Poor judgment. Oh dear. Yep, your judgment is off. You are blocked from having good judgment right now, and that's going to be a bummer and a half. I'm sorry about that. That's going to be, you want to run things past other people before you make any solid decisions, all right? Your dreams and goals are blocked as well, which means that you're not focused on anything further down the line right now. You're really very much so right here, right now. You're staying in the now. You're staying in a moment, in the present moment, to see what's happening, where it's going, and how you're affected right now. You don't care about next week at all. It's not even a question. And you're also blocked. The Three of Pentacles is here, showing me that you're blocked from having people take notice of you in this moment. Most people aren't really paying attention to what you're up to. So they haven't really seen how awesome you truly are in this moment. So, you know, just be aware. Whatever you're doing, you're fine. Nobody's really keeping too close an eye. You'll have time to straighten this out, whatever it is, and it will be okay. I think it feels very much connected to the thing that you're taking back that you delegated to somebody else, and now you got to get it straightened out. But you'll have time to do it, okay? And it will be fine, okay? Now then, your solution is the Nine of Pentacles for this week. You will have plenty of money coming in, so you're fine. Your finances are getting squared away because you have enough to take care of all the little incidental issues as they come up. So be aware of that and be prepared to pay for what you need to, okay? You're creating a beautiful foundation for yourself. The things that you're putting together and putting in place are creating a beautiful base for everywhere you want to be and everything you want to do. So things are getting more stable at home as well at work, and so you're going to have stability everywhere you go, which is super nice. There may even be some stability in relationships, so keep an open mind about that. It could be fun for you. And with all this stability and things happening very nicely, the Chariot shows up, showing that you may be wanting to take a trip, maybe wanting to get in the car and go somewhere or whatever, you know. There will be opportunities for you to get moving and get out there, okay? Super duper cool. I like that. All right, so I'm going to put that right there. Let's go ahead and get you an Earthly Souls and Spirits Moon Oracle card, because these are beautiful and it's October. I picked them because they got little witches on them. Look, witches, especially for Halloweeny. So it's got Halloweeny vibes with the little witches. So watch one of the cards. There's a series of cards in here that don't even have a little witch on them. This is what happens. I talk about them and then they don't show up. Right? See? There. Anyway. So we have peace. You got peace, Leo. That is fantastic. You are working very closely in a situation all week towards peace. Everywhere you're going, this situation is, you're like, okay, I need to fix this situation so I can get myself back to peace. You have come away from being the person who wants more drama, more frustration, more, let's make things a little crazy. You're like, no, I don't want any more crazy things. I'm done with crazy. You're watching your dating pool and seeing that you don't want the crazy ones anymore. You're really quite happy to have the mellow, chill, no trouble people. And so peace is your goal. And I love that for you, Leo. By all means, work towards peace in every area of your life. And I think that this week will come out perfectly. All right? Super cool. What is your mystery card? What is going on over here? Ooh, the Ace of Cups. Nice. So the Ace of Cups is always about joy and love coming your way. So some of my singles might fall in love. Some of my singles might adopt a pet. Some of my singles might have friends who call them and say, we're pregnant, woohoo! And for my married folks, yeah, you could end up pregnant also. Or perhaps you could be adopting a pet as well. But there's always love and joy and happiness in this card. So it could just be a huge, beautiful family event or chosen family event, but there's pure love and happiness in this situation. So, gosh darn it, jump in. Have a good time. I want you to enjoy your life. That is what makes it worth living, is when we have things that we can look forward to and enjoy. All right? Super cool. All right. You need a pocket full of rocks. Okay. What do we have for you, Leo? All right. Ooh, look at this. This is a lot of stones. Okay. We have black amethyst. We have sapphire. We have a ruby. And we have citrine. All right. So, what are we doing here? Okay. Citrine is a third chakra stone. So that's where your memories, your feelings, and your emotions all live. That's what I was taught. And citrine is here to stabilize the whole area. So whatever's going on in there, if you imagine your chakra here as a flower, right? It could be open to a normal place, la 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 la, or it could be over open, or it could be not very open at all. And so what citrine does is, whether it's over open, it'll bring it back to normal, or it will take it from super closed to open, where it belongs. So it's beautiful. It will balance out whatever's going on with your emotions and your feelings and your memories at this time, and it'll really be beautiful. Ruby is a fourth chakra stone, so it's all about your heart. And it's here to give you a really nice, beautiful love in your heart. It's really very close. It's such a pure rose color that it really cleanses your heart and adds joy and love to your heart when you carry it, okay? So allow it to do that, and it will also like purge away different layers of things that aren't good in your heart. So good, yay. Heart healing stuff with the purple ray. Now then, we have black amethyst. Now black amethyst is showing you, when you meditate with it on your sixth chakra, which is your third eye, you're going to be able to see what impact you had on the planet energetically. So you'll be able to see the planet from like as if it sits in your hand. You'll be able to see it that way, okay? And you'll see your energetic patterns across the globe. So you'll be able to see that you may have put a drop in the water for somebody, right? And it was a little ripple that was left behind, whoop, made a little ripple, and that became a wave, right? Became a little wave that was very fun. And then bam, it turned into a tsunami as that person took that idea and moved forward. So you're never going to really know what impact you truly have on the earth plane. Certainly your impact will still be felt after you're gone. So, but this stone here, when you meditate with it, will help you see that here and now when you meditate. Ta-da! Now, sapphire, haha, said, okay, cool, cool, cool. Now you've seen what you've done on the planet, right? So want to see what that energy does when you put it into the galaxy? You throw the planet, whoop, throw that thing up in the air, and you're going to see all the stars and the moons and the planets and how they're all interacting, and you're going to watch a whooshy wisp of your energy fly around throughout the galaxy, and how it changes the galaxy or influences the galaxy in such a beautiful and amazing way that, hey, Leo, my goodness, look at you and look at what you're doing. You're important. You matter. What you do here matters. That is what these stones tell me, is that you matter. What you do matters. Who you touch in which lives you touch matter. I love those stones for you. I'm super excited about that for you. Leo, oh my goodness, what a fun time that was. You're going to have a pretty decent week, I gotta say. I know there's a couple of little hiccups in there, but you're going to be just fine, and you know it. You got the Nine of Pentacles, and you got the Ace of Cups over here. I mean, what? You're going to be fine. So, and if you're not fine, please write me a little note. Comment below, let me know, all right? And I'm here for you, okay? So, let's talk about what else is going on. We got those rocks right here. You don't have to carry them if you don't want to, but you can carry any other kind of rocks you like if you like. I'm here for it. tell me what you got. Comment below. And of course, if you haven't looked in the description box, well, my goodness, there's a lot of things going on down there. You'll find a list of all the fairs that I'm going to be at across the United States, and then you'll be able to come and see me in person and get a reading. Ta-da! Or, if you can't do that, totally get it, go ahead and book a private reading over the phone, and I'm here for you in every which way I can be during the week. All right? Thank you so much. And, of course, all the decks are going to be listed there too, so you will know exactly where to go on Etsy or Amazon to go ahead and find these beautiful decks, and then you can have them in your own hands. Okay? Well, thank you so much for being here, Leo. I am so excited to see you next week for the 5th through the 11th, and we will see you then. Thank you.